Hello and welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute-a-day podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse, recorded here in the dining room of the Bible Bistro, located in Sharonville, Ohio. Hey there friends, welcome back to Daily Dose Radio here in the Bible Bistro. And today we're going to start off with this theophany of prayer. It's not going to end this week because it continues all the way through the middle of next week. And this is beautiful pictorial language that the psalmist uses to describe God's reaction to prayer. So yesterday we read verse 6 of Psalm 18. And so today we're going to read verses 7 and 8. But I think it would be helpful if I went back and read verse 6 again. In my distress I called on the Lord, and to my God I cried. He heard my cry from his temple. My cry was before him. It came into his ears. All right, so that's verse 6. And then we have verse 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and all the way down to verse 15. So let me read today just verses 7 and 8. And tomorrow we'll pick up with 9 and 10 and continue this theophany. The earth shook and quaked. The foundations of the mountains were shaken, so they were caused to tremble at your burning. Smoke went up from his nostrils, and the fire of his mouth devoured. Coals were caused to burn by it. He bowed the heavens and came down, and a cloud was under his feet. He rode upon a cherub and flew. He flew upon the wings of the wind. Now, I just read through the end of our selection this week. That was verse 10. I'll read 9 and 10 again tomorrow. But you'll notice how this continues. The earth shakes. The foundations are shaken. The earth is trembling at the burning of God. Smoke goes up from his nostrils. Fire comes out, and coals are caused to burn by this fire and smoke. Why all this? Why is this happening? Why does he tell us this? Well, it's because this is God's response to his prayer. Remember I said, 17 is his prayer for deliverance. 18 is his song of deliverance. So God has done his work. This is near the end of David's life. And he has subdued the enemies, all of them, the Philistines, you name it, all the way down. The Amalekites, the Amorites, the Ammonites, everybody, the Syrians, Saul and his group. He's united the kingdom under one banner. So David has seen all of his enemies put down, and so his prayer was that. And so now he prays to the Lord and he says, thank you. This is a song of thank you. And so now he's telling us about how it all happened. I mean, isn't that kind of what we do when we have a testimony? We want to tell everybody how it happened. This was my condition. This is what I did, and here's what the Lord did for me. And so to glorify him, we want to make much of Jesus. We're going to tell everybody what he's done for us, how he saved my soul. What a mess, what a wreck, what a deep pit I was in, and he pulled me out. So David says, I prayed. In my distress, I called on the Lord. Again, I will point you back to Psalm 17. There's a perfectly wonderful candidate for his prayer. He cried, he heard his cry, the cry was before him, came into his ears. So, then we have verses 7 through 15, but today just 7 and 8, and the earth shook, quaked, shaken, tremble. These are the important vowels or verbs that we have here. Smoke went up from his nostrils. Fire devoured. Coals were caused to burn by it. So David prays, and then this is the response. This is the theophany that takes place. God is responding with all of this very apocalyptic sounding language. He's stirred up, and he's going to act on behalf of his man. Do you know that he still acts on behalf of his man today or his woman today? He does. If you'll just pray, cry out to him right now. He'll come down. He'll bow the heavens and come down for you as well. Join me again tomorrow. We'll look at verses 9 and 10 here on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. For more fresh and delicious Bible studies, podcasts, books, and more, check out the Bible Bistro online and on YouTube. Join me again next time for Daily Dose Radio.